Hello and welcome to Silver Wheel Tarot. In today's reading, we are going to be looking at the question, how to achieve success in a current situation. So as I'm shuffling and laying out some cards, I want to first go over some information that I was contemplating before doing this reading. So oftentimes when we think of success, what first comes to mind for many people is the failures. You may have an old failure that is haunting you, or you may just have mountain obstacles in your way that are frustrating you. You might feel like you're going through growing pains. If you are, then this message is for you. What comes to mind is that saying, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Anytime you're in tough situations that you're trying to overcome, sometimes they can be cycles that seem to keep coming back around. All right, this might be where the haunting feeling is coming from. But it's important to realize that you must first die to the old in order to really embrace the new. Okay, and so that means you have to be willing to change, to do something different, to try something new. Maybe try something, try it again, and then if it's really not working out, adjust things, shift it, or completely drop it off altogether and do something completely new. True progress happens when you have completely died to the past. Until then, that is the time to learn, to grow, to try new things, to basically do the work. Regardless of how frustrating a situation may be, you tough it out, you dig deep, you keep trying something different until you master what you are working on, and you will eventually get there. And what separates people who excel in life and succeed at things and those who don't are the ability to keep going, to never give up, to be willing to change your perspective, to change your approach. So all those things are coming to mind as I was preparing for this reading. So now what we're going to ask the cards, if you find yourself in such a situation, is basically we want to know how to achieve success in your situation. So what changes can you make? What can you do differently? Are you going down the wrong direction on a path and you need to switch it up a little bit? We want to know from the cards what we can do to start achieving the success you want to achieve. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the oracle first. I do like to pull some oracle cards because with the general readings, I find that it helps to really tap a little bit deeper into the energy, the question. Time to act, action. The lion reminds me also of Leo and of the strength card. Parrot, someone will gossip about all your secrets. Okay, well, haters will hate. I mean, that's what they do. Butterfly, a change for the better. You're not going to let that negativity get to you. So that's the first thing. Don't gossip about yourself in your mind to yourself also. Negative self-doubt, self-talk. It is time to really pay attention to what you are thinking. Think before you speak. Think before you act. The changes that you make are going to bring you into a better place. Okay, before I say anything further, let's go to these other cards here. Quarrel. Okay. Versatility. Principle. Live your principles. Be versatile in what you do. And if you find yourself in a quarrel, in a problem, in a disagreement about something, be willing to completely shift gears. With the gossip card here with this parrot, and that parrots tend to repeat what other people are saying. They don't come up with their own unique ideas or plans or movements or actions forward. They mimic, they parrot other people's actions and words. And with gossip here, this could be a negative reflection. Maybe somebody feels you are doing that, whether you are or not. I mean, it's just a reflection here in the cards that might be the source of some agitation in your current environment, in your situation. And so the way around this is to be versatile. If someone around you really feels like you are stealing their ideas or taking their thoughts, it could be you're just both tapped into the same energy, very possible. But a lot of times the ego steps in, right? So where two people might just be really on the same road, someone else might view that differently as a threat or an attack or an unsafe space where they don't feel that they can be authentic when somebody right next to them, their authenticity looks very similar to theirs. So what the cards are saying is that if you find yourself in that type of situation, be the versatile one. Be willing to identify that and accept it. And one, take a very hard, close look and say, are you doing that intentionally or not? A lot of times we pick things up from people you watch, things you observe, things you hear, and it comes through in what you do. So whether it's intentional or not, that could also potentially hurt those around you if you don't realize what your actions are exactly. So the cards are saying, don't be afraid to just completely go down a different road. Go a different path and do something completely different. Switch it up. Show everyone around you that you are able to pick up the pieces and move in a completely different direction. And even if you can't pick up the pieces, what's coming to me is this idea of letting all the pieces go. Back to that, letting the past be completely done. Let the past die to move on to something new. Take only with you your experience, but completely let everything else go and just do something different, right? Regardless of any gossip that is around you at this time, you are capable of achieving the success you want to achieve. Sometimes it might take you maneuvering in a way that takes you in a completely different direction than you thought you were going to go. But that versatility might just bring you the lessons you need in order to actually achieve the success you're trying to achieve. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say. So interesting. I feel like some of the negativity around the lack of success might not just be the fact that you're learning and growing and trying to achieve, but it could be jealousy from others and or completely different from jealousy, but could really be others' perceptions of you, negative talk about you, what do they call that? Basically, you know, taking your good name and rubbing it in the dirt, you know, because of their perception of the situation. So sometimes when that happens, it's best to just completely remove yourself from that situation and just do your own thing. Temperance, balance, alchemy, Nine of Swords, you know, nightmares, troubled thoughts, judgment. Let me sit with that for a second. Where are your negative thoughts coming from? What is their source? Dive a little bit deeper into that. In your search for balance, for alchemy, for the blending of fire and water, for turning things into gold, to really achieve success, take a deep, deep, deep dive into your negative thoughts. Where are they coming from? Now, I'm not saying stew on those negative thoughts or let them run over and over in your mind. I'm saying contemplate where they're coming from and where they're taking you. Because I guarantee you they are rooted somewhere in the past. And until you're able to overcome this obstacle, this challenge of your mind, you're not going to be allowed to cross over that bridge into this new wonderful world that you are creating for yourself, full of success in whatever endeavor it is that you're trying to succeed at. And that is the judgment call here. This is, are you able to overcome being your own worst enemy? I mean, at this point, I really feel like, yeah, you may have people gossiping about you. You may have people, you know, being catty or having their feelings hurt, maybe perceiving things in one way that may or may not be true. But do not deceive yourself. That is not what is holding you back. That is not what is going to keep you from being successful. What keeps you from being successful is your ability to change, to adapt, to let go of the old hurts, the old pains, the things that keep you up at night, what gives you nightmares, the things that you need to face and then let go of. If you are able to achieve that, to let go of that, to build a sense of confidence that is strongly rooted in who you are, King of Swords, that's exactly what I'm saying here. This strength, I don't know if you guys can see that in the camera. There we go. You've got to get from this Nine of Swords here to this King of Swords. And it does not matter what anyone else is saying or doing. The only one who has control over your thoughts and your mind is you, regardless of what others do and say. So once you are able to do that, you're going to have the Wheel of Fortune. Success will be yours. And 21, so that would be the World card, the universe. I love that in this deck. It's a dragon's eye. That is so cool. So not just the world, but the universe is yours. You can tap in to all of that energy. This is what you are able and capable of achieving. This is extreme success. I mean, that is beautiful. So I think that about answers the question, how to achieve success in a current situation, and that is take control of your mind. Take control of your thoughts. Be responsible for what you're thinking. Let things go in a way that you can achieve this King of Swords mentality in your mind. To move forward in confidence, in very positive, masculine energy. I'm not saying male or female, just this masculine, divine masculine energy from a very positive perspective, to move forward in that, to make your choices, the choices you make based off of that. You may have to completely, it's a change in perspective that makes that shift for you. Now, coming back to this energy over here, which is very external gunk, I would call it. It's just, BS, drama. Not to say that other people's feelings are not important, or that you intentionally or unintentionally doing something that makes people feel like you are parroting or copying or something like that, right? The point of it is that this external situation that is on the forefront of your mind, that is bringing up these old dramas in your mind that stem probably on something much older, that is not what is keeping you from success. What is keeping you from success is your ability to mentally let go and move on and focus on your goals and your achievements and how far you've come and everything you're capable of accomplishing, and moving forward in confidence and setting a plan and sticking to that plan and making that active movement, positive, forward energy in your mind space to move you forward. That is the action that is needed at this time. Now, how do you let go? Let's pull a few more cards for that, I guess. How do you let go of this old? Now, I mean, I can say what's coming to mind right away is coming back to some of the original message over here. And that is to just completely do something different. If this environment, this external environment, is triggering for you this Nine of Swords, and that Nine of Swords is keeping you from going here mentally, which is going to get you where you want to go, then take yourself out of that situation. Just do something completely different. Okay, find a new creative way to work on your project. Find a new creative way to, Eight of Pentacles, to work on what you're working on. Nine of Wands. Yeah, this has been a bit of a struggle for you. Probably both this external influence, the possibly being around people who are not like-minded to you, has really worn on you over time. You feel like that wounded warrior who has just been through 8 battles and is picking up a wand yet again to do the 9th, and you're like, okay, this 9th time, try again, we're gonna do it, but I'm not giving up. I can see that it's been a lot, but the fact that you don't give up, and the fact of being willing to let things go or completely change your perspective on a situation and change your perspective on your approach to what you're working on, that drive to keep going and to adjust and be adaptable and versatile, that is what's going to get you here. Let's pull one more card. Page of Wands. Yeah, you're learning. You've got all that fire, that gusto. Is that the word? That's what comes to mind for me. That gung-ho, that, that novice energy that can sometimes be so annoying to others that you're just like, let's go, and you're 100% all in, and you're so motivated that, sometimes it's almost sickening to others. Don't worry about that, but know that you are learning, that you are in this state of being a novice, and grant yourself a little slack in the learning process. Whether other people can have the grace or not to allow you the space and the ability to learn and grow and adjust and adapt isn't the question here. The question here is, how do you become successful? In order to do that, you have to go through these growing processes. So yes, maybe you are picking up the 9th staff here, okay? But within that, and maybe you are an experienced battle-worn warrior, and you've got a lot to work with because you have a lot of life experience. You're still a novice, okay? Anytime you learn something new and you're starting off new, fresh, you're starting at the beginning. Everyone starts at the beginning. So, in order to master what you are working on now and really get your mind in the right spot, acknowledge that you are just learning, okay? Forgive yourself, adjust, adapt, try different things. If something doesn't work, sometimes you don't want to give up on something because you're thinking, what if I'm just new and I just need, I'm just not recognized yet, or I don't have enough exposure yet. What if this is really a good thing? But what the sense I'm getting here is that yes, to a certain degree, that could be happening, but at the same time, with all the other stuff considering that's going on here, try something, try it again. If it's not working, maybe at most do it 3 times and then shift it. Do something different. Make a change to it. Do something completely different. Try a different approach. Try a lot of different approaches. You're learning. This is the time to make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to try 10 things and have 9 of them just not work at all, because you're in that beginning phase. You are working on it. Enjoy the process. Allow the progress to happen and don't give up. And just really pay attention to where you are in your mind. If you are going back to this 9 of Swords, if you're feeling defeated, if you're feeling conflicted, if you have external conflicts, get creative. Find a way to remove yourself from that situation that is triggering to you, and release and let it go and move forward and stay positive. That's how you're going to get to these beautiful, beautiful Wheel of Fortune and universe here, the World card. All right, be blessed. I hope that was helpful to someone out there. Let me know down in the comments, and I will see you all next time.